There's a strange kind of nostalgia spreading online for places we've never been. We scroll past images of empty hallways, glowing yellow corridors, or polished glass UIs from 2006 and feel something. It's not quite fear, not quite comfort. It feels like remembering a dream, one you didn't know you had. These aesthetics, liminal spaces, the backrooms, furniture era, speak to something buried deep in us, something lost, something in between. And maybe that's what they feel like memories. Let's understand liminal spaces. The word liminal comes from the Latin limen, meaning threshold. Liminal spaces are the places that exist in between other places. The transition zones where you don't stay but just pass through. They're the empty corridors in schools after classes end, the quiet parking garage at night, the vacant hotel lobbies just before dawn. These are spaces designed to be temporary, neither home nor destination. Yet, they evoke a deep emotional response. Why? You may ask. Because liminal spaces exist outside normal experience. They blur the line between presence and absence, between past and future. Psychologists say liminal spaces evokes feelings of unease because they unsettle our sense of time and purpose. But they're also strangely beautiful. Moments of silence in a busy world. In online communities, sharing photos and videos of liminal spaces became a way to explore the feelings of isolation, transition, and quiet reflection many people experience in real life. Especially for younger generation who feel caught between childhood and adulthood, between offline and digital lives. Liminal spaces reflect the state of being in between, uncertain, searching and waiting. Another reason they might seem odd is because of the lack of people in these photos. It really traps the image in time of a moment where something normal seems nostalgic or odd all of a sudden. These spaces feel like memories because they capture those moments in life where everything is suspended. A reminder that sometimes the journey is all we have. Liminal spaces can also take a darker turn. Imagine if the in-between didn't have an end. That's the nightmare world of the backrooms. The backrooms became in 2019 as a creepy image posted on the forum. An endless yellow-hued office maze, humming with a buzzing fluorescent light, with stained carpet and no windows. The simple image sparked a sprawling internet myth. A collaborative horror story where people imagine no clipping out of reality into this infinite liminal nightmare. The backrooms represent the fear of being trapped in a space that's both familiar and alien, endless and inescapable. If you want an example, you can take this image right there. Might feel nostalgic at first, or just normal, but imagine being trapped there. All alone. Forever. Now you get it. For many, the backrooms symbolize the anxieties of modern life, being lost in endless routine. It's isolated even when connected, watched but unseen. It's a metaphor for the claustrophobia of digital culture, where reality glitches, control slips away, and you wander without direction. The backrooms show us how liminality can become a trap, where the unknown becomes hostile, and the in-between becomes a place we fear to linger. Liminal spaces aren't always empty or frightening. Sometimes they're full of light and hope. Enter Frutiger Aero, a design aesthetic born from the early 2000s, named after the clean humanist Frutiger typeface and the Aero effect of glassy reflection, gradients, and bright blues. Frutiger Aero defined the look of early digital futures. Windows Vista shiny wallpapers, Xbox 360's glowing dashboard, Sony Ericsson's sleek phone interface. It was more than style, it was a promise. A promise that technology would simplify, beautify, and connect us. That the digital world would be a clean, bright place full of possibility. But now, looking back, Frutiger Aero feels like a frozen moment in time. The future it promised never fully came. Social media's chaos replaced simplicity. Privacy fears shadowed optimism. The polished surface feels distant, like a digital dream we once believed in but now view through a veil of nostalgia. Frutiger Aero's Liminal 2, a place caught between analog warmth and digital smoothness, between past hopes and present realities. It reminds us of the future we imagine, a future we remember, even though it never arrived. So what ties these aesthetics together? Liminal spaces, the backrooms, Frutiger Aero. Why did it all feel like a certain connection to them? Why is there a feeling that's similar? They're not just styles or memes. It's because they're emotional experiences, reflections of living in between childhood and adulthood, between safety and fear, between the known and the unknown, between what was and what might have been. They feel like memories, not of real places or times, echoes of a lost future, haunting a collective imagination. These aesthetics reminds us that life itself is liminal, always changing, always uncertain. And maybe that's why we're drawn to them so deeply. Because in these spaces, we find a reflection of ourselves, suspended, searching, and hoping for what's next. Maybe we're not obsessed with the past. Maybe we're just haunted by the in-between.